unmuted.
Somebody... Well, I don't know why you unmuted me with what I'm about to say, and I'm sorry to everybody with what I'm about to say. Did you hear that somebody decided to make a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
I did. I heard it in another... I saw someone posted it in another streamer's Discord.
I was like, oh, hey, funny joke, ha ha ha, and then I saw a thing that like, no, this isn't actually a joke, and I'm like...
Well, depends if you consider a parody a joke. I'm pretty sure it's still a parody. Here's a boopy boop.
I'm still like... Winnie the Pooh got into public domain and people were just like, we shall make everything.
Wahahaha.
Even though I don't think every Winnie the Pooh is in public domain, blah, 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 blah. Disney's corporate evil, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Because, like, you can't have Winnie the Pooh wearing the red shirt or else what Disney will sue.
That figures.
Because specifically red shirt Winnie the Pooh is a Disney thing.
That figures.
So Winnie the Pooh has to be shirtless or, like, not.
So the reverse of shirtless Mickey.
I wasn't doing a Kingdom Hearts thing.
You weren't, but if we're talking about, like, Disney keeping tight grips on shit, that would be an example.
Yes, that is a prime example of Disney wanting to keep a tight grip on things. Another good example is the Frozen world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Which really just ended up being a mess, I feel like.
It's like...
The convention center is about to close for the day, but the night is young. Time to head to the nightclub.
I feel like general consensus is that is the worst world in that game.
That world was a fucking disaster.
Because of just like, you climb a mountain, you get pushed down a mountain. You climb a mountain, you're stuck in a Maissard wall. You climb the mountain, you get pushed down the mountain. You climb the mountain, boss fight, it's done.
I mean, like, the storytelling wasn't even cohesive. It was very much like,
well,
you should have watched the movie. This movie blew up. You must have watched the movie. Too bad.
And that was a problem with half the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, it was. I think Tangled had a very similar problem of just like, what the fuck is happening?
Tangled has a similar problem, not to the same degree of Frozen.
Frozen's was just pure mess.
Pirates of the Caribbean also has the similar problem, where there's large swaths of you're doing your own thing, and then suddenly you're back in the plot, and...
But you know what they had? You know what redeeming feature they had? Crabs.
Oh, please, you're gonna give me anxiety attacks with that stupid crab.
Were they stupid? Yes. Do they remind me of the same kind of joy as the Tumblr crabs for April Fools? Also, yes.
But like, and the worlds that were all viewed as like, no, these are great Kingdom Hearts 3 worlds, are all the worlds that were like, I think they were all Pixar? I don't forget if Big Hero 6 is technically a Pixar one or not.
I think it is. I don't know. Let me just look it up.
Because they're like, hey, do whatever you want.
Oh, no, they're produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios.
Oh, okay. Because Big Hero 6, some people really didn't like, but I loved it. Toy Story was great, but also was a big mess. And then Monsters, Inc. was hilarious.
Okay, so now we're speaking of all of these Kingdom Hearts worlds with awful stepmothers and whatnot that were terribly represented in the game. As in, not really.
Oh, you mean showing up 3 times and then
not even
Dying?
necessarily stepmothers, but like, I don't know. Anyway, it's a whole
Kidnappers?
mess. It's a whole
Kidnappers.
mess. Anyway, so Lady Maissard. You find Lady Maissard in the back of the room near the bar, surrounded by 4 guards. As you approach, the guards stop you, but Lady Maissard instructs them to let you through.
Well, look who's here again. I see you're still not tired of pestering me.
Yes, he did.
Us.
Which, again, because of the weights of, like, line thickness on the font, really makes it look like we're looking sideways, actually.
It does. Oh, it does. Which is hilarious. But it's also, gosh dang it, us. Why did we do it? Why did we do this to ourselves?
For fun. For stupidity. Which is the same thing for us.
Let's say, I think that's why we're streaming in the first place. It's for stupidity. Never, my queen.
Sit. You take a seat at the table and get prepared to crane your neck in order to hear Lady Maissard over the pulsing sound of the music.
Ask what her taste in music's like? What kinds of music do you enjoy, Lady Maissard?
I must admit, music is an area I don't have much of an interest in.
That's how you know she's evil.
What?
You listen to music sometimes.
But that doesn't mean, like... I'm, like... Like, I have it on mostly as a help to shut off brain.
What ADHD coping mechanisms?
Okay, you don't need to be calling me out like you are.
I can tell when it's played poorly, and I punish that in the musicians at my employ. But I don't have a preference for genre. Although this electronic music from other dimensions is a welcome change of pace from lutes, harpsichords, and the viol.
Oh.
Do
I
you
didn't get
dance?
much- Oh, okay. So, since this is a nightclub, do you ever dance?
I mean, I have a suspicion they might let us go through all the questions then.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
No.
Why not?
What a question. Look around. Does this place look worthy for a queen to dance in?
Maybe.
Oh! Oh! A follow. Thank you.
Hello?
Follow. Possum coffee. Hi! Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yes, happy Pride. For a dancing queen.
What was that?
You're amazed your head is still attached to your body with the look she's giving you.
Nothing, Your Majesty. ... I suppose it would seem unusual if it happened to see you dancing here.
Exactly. This establishment would gain quite a lot of status from being a club where the Queen of Lusitania has danced. I'm not here to be a cash cow or a spectacle for a bunch of peasants.
Do you not enjoy it?
Don't you, Sharky?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I am not a dancing queen.
But you could be a dancing shark.
I am not a dancing shark or of the left or right variety. Looking at Satan real quick.
What?
Don't you like dancing at all?
Not really. There isn't much excitement to it.
Happy Pride Month!
Hey!
Hi, Ace couple. Hello, friends. Happy Pride Month! It is June! It's officially here!
I forgot about it until Pie's stream that it was Pride Month.
I just kind of randomly remembered during the day and posted in the Discord.
And then Pie was wearing a bunch of Pride stuff and started out with Happy Pride Month. I'm like, all right, it's Pride Month.
Yeah, I posted at 2, which was not terribly long after I woke up. Since I took this week off. And it's my birthday month, which means that I'm a Pride demon baby. Did you... I feel like that went around. Did you see that? How,
No.
like, the Pride Month demon thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so if you put the words Pride Month next to each other in all caps, and then you start fading out the ends, it reduces down to demon. And so Christians were using this as some kind of, like, talking point of how pride is demonic or some shit.
That's because Christians are idiots.
I mean, I don't know that it's
Coming
necessarily
from the
just Christians,
Christian.
but, like, probably Christians, considering it's like, ooh, demons!
Coming from the Christians are idiots. Like, they will
Anyway.
literally just use whatever they make up to fuel whatever they want. They're idiots. No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, it was going around, and then people like me were like, yes! Pride Demon Month!
But hope you guys are having a good week.
Yes. Hope your first day of Pride has been great.
Or
Not
just
really. There isn't much
not
excitement
terrible. At the
Yes.
very least.
At least not terrible, hopefully.
Like, I'm not gonna say great.
I mean, I
Like-
hope it's been great.
Look, I have a low bar with life, so.
And I hope the rest of your Pride Month is also excellent if you don't manage to come back during it. Which would be totally understandable, because Pride Month's a busy time. We're still figuring out what the fuck our Pride streams are.
Wait, we're doing Pride streams?
Well, I invited Mick to join us sometime this month. And Mango's coming back at some point during this month as another guest because we wanted to get further in Rockwood, actually. And yeah. And I just would also like to have other people join us. I'd like to have a lot of guests during Pride Month. That'd be fun. We've been busy. Today we're setting up Marketplace for Ace and Arrow owned businesses. Wow!
Whoa!
That sounds awesome!
That is awesome!
I'm like between that and the Aces Against Racism thing. You guys do such cool stuff, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Some people do amazing things.
Yes.
And then there's us.
Yes. We're very sleepy, but we try. This is the cost of doing things. As I know too well, as well. Except the stuff I do is still not as cool, but that's, it's fine.
I just don't do things.
You do this stream. I like half count this stream as activism. And look, we've had one person in our community chat people say before that we helped them feel like not broken or whatever, even though they're aloe because of whatever medical situation. And honestly, like, that's enough.
I mean, always helping one person is, at least one person is.
Yeah. So I think it's cool. And I think we do the, like, because there's activism and then there's just, like, community spaces.
Yeah.
I think we're more the latter.
I'm like, really, my contribution is like just being here at this point. Like, I don't do anything.
I be here and then I retweet things sometimes.
Yeah, okay. You do all that stuff and then I just show up.
Yes.
Like,
You make people feel welcome. It's fine. Besides, it's the diversity of aces. Because we're very different in background.
I mean, yeah, we are very different. Also, something ace guy, so
Yeah.
something.
Different in background, different in identities and stuff.
Yeah.
Although I suppose there was once a time when I enjoyed it. I used to very much enjoy dancing with my husband.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore the mention of your dead husband. What should we drink?
Hey, so you mentioned your dead husband. So what? So any recommendations on the drink menu?
She looks at you and then down at her glass. It contains something so dark that it's almost black.
Ah, Satan's soul.
Black coffee, according to our other friend.
Yeah, Satan's soul.
I'm still just like... the time that I was like, oh yeah, I started drinking like just black cold brew. And our friend was like, black and ice cold like your heart. And I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like, almost without skipping a beat.
Yeah.
Remember, right? Like.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know whether I should be offended or flattered, but like, it feels like an ouch coming from a friend.
Recommendations. I do have them, but I doubt you could afford the drinks I tend to order here.
Really? Ugh, sounded like my voice cracked for a second. I know drinks are expensive at clubs, but I'm prepared to splurge tonight.
Lady Maissard smells. I'm also like, what kind of hyper expensive drink is pitch black? Because usually, like, really expensive liquor and stuff is actually just like stuff that's been aged longer or something. And so it actually takes more of a caramel tone. It doesn't usually turn pitch black. I feel like that's a sign that there's something wrong with your drink.
The artificial food colorings of life.
The hyper expensive artificial food coloring.
I mean, yeah, at that point.
Lady Maissard smiles.
I suppose you can make the decision yourself.
She picks up the menu and points at a listing at the bottom of the page.
Oh.
You've never seen that many digits on a menu. I guess here they just tell you up front how much it costs, rather than the if you have to ask you can't afford it policy. The smile on her face widens.
Oh, actually, I'm allergic to tomatoes. Too bad.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, aside from the extra torture version's Bloody Mary, the house beer's passable if you're just looking to ingest alcohol.
Extra torture, virgin's blood, Bloody Mary.
Yes.
That is a lot of words in a sentence stringed together.
Actually, it's this expensive, I guess, because it has Cannibalism. You think this is why she gets along with Felix?
Stop making me laugh. Just stop. Just stop making me laugh, please.
No.
Like, I laugh too much and I need to stop.
But why would I stop?
Why would you stop making me laugh? Because I need to stop laughing.
But why should I stop?
Because I need to stop laughing. I told you this.
But that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. I don't know.
But if you're making me laugh, then you're just using up all of my laughs for my existence. And that becomes a you problem at that point, because you're then making me laugh to spend my laughs.
But again, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Because for me, that means I get the benefit of applying all of your laughter to the stream, which is good for me.
How is that good for you?
Because people like the Sharky Wheeze. When we get the Sharky Wheeze. People love the Sharky Wheeze. People love Sharky laughter. And so that means that they come back, and then they sometimes give us subs, and then I can use the subs money so that I can put it towards the Trevor Project and feel like a good person. As Satan, you know, feeling like a good person.
Oh, I was about to say, you specifically added feel like a good person.
Yeah.
Oh, Satan, 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 Satan.
What, am I gonna brag? I'm such a good person. I like donate to charity and stuff.
Ah, right, you're not a millionaire. Or billionaire.
Oh no, they do that for tax breaks. That's not to be a good person, that's for tax breaks.
One house beer, please.
I think that's enough for tonight. Off you go now.
You make the most of the rest of your night on the dance floor before retiring for the night.
Oh, we've retired.
For the night.
Time to never work again because
And then we
we
come
have
back out of
retired.
retirement the next day. It's very sad. The third day of the conference begins.
One of the people I talked to was like, yeah, from what it sounds like, your supervisor's planning on leaving soon. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's talked about it repeatedly, that he's hitting a certain milestone in about 1.5 years, and he's like, I'm retiring, I'm out of here, I'm done with you guys. And they're like, oh no. Oh no.
Alright then. So about you leaving.
Sorry, I apparently will have to pay back $2,000. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, are they gonna make you pay it back the pre-tax amount? Or is it just whatever landed in your bank account has to get withdrawn back?
That's a good question with all those legal terms they throw at you in the email.
Because, like, I wouldn't expect if you have to return, like, a bonus that it has to be returned as the pre-tax amount if you've already put tax withdrawals out of it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, if they've already taken the taxes out.
I wouldn't put it past my garbage company.
If you need the difference, you know I'm happy to help you.
Yes, I know.
Like, just as a general statement.
My company is just terrible.
That's also true. The reception hall seems to be empty. Everyone must be enjoying the conference instead of hanging out in the lobby.
Yeah, who what kind of Oh, I forgot that we looked like that.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Because we rolled the dice a bunch of times. And got a lot of ones. And low rolls.
A lot of low rolls. I was unlucky that day.
You say that like higher rolls would have helped us look any better.
That's true.
I think as is, our character actually looks shockingly cohesive. So, you know, I feel like it's fine, actually.
Randomization. See, More of these games just need a random button.
Mm-hmm.
For the undecisive.
Mm-hmm. That's what dice are for. I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty good hat. Exactly. Exactly. It's an excellent hat with a matching beard.
Yeah, it looks like something that Mickey Mouse wore in some special that with dancing brooms.
Yeah. But about Disney being really Sue happy.
Good Wizard Disney. Yeah,
And we have a bat. It's me.
Yes, we have a Satan on our shoulder.
I'm just flying there. Even though I've kind of just adopted the Halloween version as my permanent identity, because I feel like it's actually more me than the other icon of the bat. The standard icon of the bat, so I'm just keeping the Lich King one forever.
That's... I mean, it's also you because you're like... You're Halloween year-round person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you disagree? I have this version, and I'll just put them on so that Ace Couple's not just like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's also this version with a red background, and it was just like...
the red background.
It was just like a scythe and the pause at the end. But then I got another version with the Thanatos.
I really like it.
I like it. I like it more with this Thanatos
Yeah,
scythe.
yeah.
Even though that makes it sort of, fan art thing because it's using a property from a game. And I mean, this one's also good. This one's more me, I think.
It's because you want to be Halloween year-round.
I want to glow with magic and horrifying.
Why do you want to
glowing
glow
books
with
and
our
shit.
child?
Because magic also deserves to glow with the pride of a good job done.
And then there's me with about, 5 different icons.
Oh no, I never set the other ones up in here.
What other ones?
The other icons for you.
I've so flippin' many at this point.
Wait.
I know for a fact you have one set up, and I don't want you to have that up.
Boop.
Gosh dang it! Stupid.
Flying across the screen. Anyway, so this is where we have to start, talking to the granddaughter, right?
Oh yeah, in the middle area?
Or not granddaughter, stepdaughter.
Yeah, in the green area we'll be able to see the daughter.
Like right now? Let's go.
Uh,
There she is.
Yeah, it was sometime during day 3 and day 4 we have to do this.
Mm.
Yup, that's the best one. Gosh dang it, Ace Couple!
Yeah!
Look, I love the Paladin one is really good. I love the Snow Shark with so much. I love the Snow Shark. I forget which other sharks I have in icon form.
You had the paladin, you had the snow shark, you had the...
Oh, I do have one with an ace background.
Yeah, I don't think I have that one, but maybe I should actually... What we should do is actually ask for Pride background versions, maybe.
I think that was the one with the ace background I got.
Yes, but we should also maybe get ones with just the Pride flag in the background for Pride Month.
I don't remember where that was.
Or at least, I mean, you could have the ace flag version, and I could have a rainbow behind, something like that. I don't know.
It's been a while. I would need to find it. But anyway,
Anyway,
there's a Maissard daughter.
There is.
Oh, excuse me.
Walking through the convention center, you spy Lady Maissard's stepdaughter lurking between the stalls. How did she get here?
That's a good question, because she was not allowed in.
Oh wait, where's the one I had?
What one that you had?
Okay, I'll deal with it later.
Wait, why?
In any case, this might be a chance to score some points with her mother.
Wait, what were you trying to do?
What?
What were you trying to do?
What? Oh, we also have the versions of us with the little party hats.
All right, we do have party hats, Satan and Sharky.
From the time that we commissioned for someone's birthday. And then
we used it for our anniversary.
Yeah, and then your art friend also gave us, like, as a bonus with the cake and stuff, right?
Right, yeah, there was a
Which
cake
was so
one.
cute.
Oh, that art friend is great.
Yeah. Okay, later on I need to just dump a bunch of the assets into OBS that I never bothered to transfer over yet. The captioner is so broken all of the time. I'm so sorry to people who actually rely on the captions. They are not good.
Google!
Cake! Oh wait, I can at least probably throw in...
Giggle!
Put up the... Where is it?
I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
Haha! I found it. Cake!
Where was it?
Oh, it was in my downloads folder.
I wonder if it was in the chat with
I mean, I'm pretty sure we put it in the chat too. Just also in the stream, I think.
No, I
So
understand.
here's the birthday.
Happy birthday!
Courtney has a little cake-related project coming this month, but she's not allowed to talk about it yet. Ooh!
Ooh.
That sounds
Oh,
fun!
There's also Sailor Satan.
Yeah?
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Look, you are too busy being upset about the existence of Sailor Sharky to remember, really, I just also did the same thing for me later. It's just, you know...
You don't use it.
I
is
don't...
the thing.
I also don't get upset about it.
No, but the thing is, I don't remember because you don't never use that.
I mean, it's in the Discord, I think. I think it's one of the Discord, like, custom emotes. It just doesn't get used.
Hey, you there?
Like, you could also use it in the Discord if, like, it's available, right? It's just
Okay.
Sailor Sharky's more fun. But yeah, Sailor Satan's in there.
Do you think I remember what
They're right next to each other, in fact.
Do you think?
Because
I
yours
paid
is
attention?
based on Ashley, and mine is based on Sailor Saturn.
It would help if I knew Sailor Moon.
Eek! She turns around, looking startled and slightly guilty.
What is a Sailor Moon?
Guardian of the Universe? Princess? She's a princess.
Is she a princess?
Kind of. Also formerly a queen.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Oh, do excuse my exclamation. You're Owo, aren't you? It's a pleasure to see you again.
I'm now confused about what Sailor Moon is.
Actually, speaking of cake, because I'm going on a trip for my
That's all?
birthday, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, do I order a cake?
Yeah.
Do I just buy a cake from a grocery store around there? Like, do I advance order a cake with like a nicer design from a proper bakery in the area that I'm going to? I probably don't want to order a cake here and then have to drive it down, right?
Oh yeah, no. You'd want to.
So I'm like,
you'd want to order it there so you can like get it there.
Yeah. So I'm like, but now, I don't know.
Okay, but like you should have cake though.
Well, yes. I mean, regardless, I'm going to go to like a place for dinner and probably will have cake there for my birthday. I am not gonna go out of my way necessarily to tell them that it's my birthday, but I'm also not the kind of person that's like, oh no, don't tell them, that you have to like sneak away to tell them. Unless people just like sneaking away to tell the waiters about birthdays. But like, I'm just like, yep, it's my birthday. On my birthday. Today is not my birthday, but it is this month.
Or is it? Dun dun dun.
Or is it?
The world will never know.
Yeah. All people will know is that
you're a pride demon?
Yes. I'm Satan.
Yes.
I am Satan. Even though in Obey Me, Satan is wrath and Lucifer is pride. But I'm both. Go Ace Pride.
Why are you still here? I thought I heard Lady Maissard telling you to go home.
Happy almost birthday. Thank you. Hush! I have to stay hidden from her, or she'll throw me out again. She looks around warily. Tell me, do you know my mother well?
That's not the point.
Answer my question first?
That's kind of not the point.
I'm assuming that you're looking at a thing and telling me to click answer my question first.
Yes. I'm fixing my necklace. Allow me to fix my necklace in peace.
Read your line first. You can fix your necklace when I have my line.
No, I can't. I can't do anything. It's rude to evade questions. I'll answer you once you've told me why you're here.
Oh, please don't tell Mother you saw me. I wish to be of help of her, but she's so very protective of me.
It doesn't matter what we say to her. I believe what matters is if we actually do tell Maissard or not. Oh, okay, so yeah. So one ending. So it does matter. So in one ending, we have to either say the second or third option and choose not to tell, and choose I met your daughter to.
Are we going for all endings?
That's up to you.
I think I just wanted to do one ending. What are the different endings?
The one's called Banishment. So it's telling Rose, choose I met your daughter dialogue option after finding Rose. On day 3, when interacting with Rose, do not indicate that you will tell her mother, or ask, what are you going to give me? Or, do not tell Imperial that you met her daughter, and on day 4, tell Rose, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, but what are each ending things? Banishment
and Bad Apple. That's all I got. It looks like, from what I can guess, is one of them's going to be that the bad apple might be trying to, like, converting Rose into being a villain.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh. I don't know about that.
I don't know what banishment would be. Because Bad Apple does say, for one of the options, choose Rose is a villain.
Yeah, but I don't know that I believe that. Okay, well, I'll save. And then if we get what I consider to be a bad ending, we'll just speed back through.
Okay. Which one do you want to go for? Banishment? Or Bad Apple?
Well, what were the conditions again?
For banishment, right now,
you said for banishment, don't tell Rose, but tell her mom anyway.
Yes.
And the other one was...
Don't tell Imperia, and then on day 4, talk to Rose again and choose these options and blah blah blah.
And then say she's a villain now?
Yeah, like there's, yeah, and then say say specific things to Rose and then tell Imperia she's a villain.
And does that one matter what we say here?
That one doesn't look like it matters what we say here. It's just, from what this is saying, all it matters is do not tell Imperia that you met her daughter.
Okay, so it'll be tell her or don't tell her, but this particular choice doesn't matter to that one.
Yes. What we could do is, yeah, we could say that and then save when we're talking to Maissard.
Yeah.
I suppose I could withhold the information if it's to my benefit. What's in it for me?
She looks around again and then, thoughtfully, turns her eyes to your badge. I may have information you'd be interested in, but I need to look into something first. Could you be a dear and give me a bit of time? There's a slight change in her demeanor that gives you pause.
Alright, but I need some insurance.
You pull out her phone and snap a picture of her.
This should do it. If you don't want her to see this picture, come back with something good.
Why, of course. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. You have my word. Her bird is taking us back to our Hatoful days. Hatoful was like the first game we streamed on here, aside from Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
That was that. Hatoful was the start of it all.
And we only streamed and recorded half the routes.
Yeah. Hatoful was the start of it all. That's when we started like doing this before we made a stream channel. We were just like reading it together for fun.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Dream Daddies when we actually like announced things and.
But did you date every bird? Yes, we had like a 5-hour stream to get the final ending.
Oh, we had multiple 5-hour streams actually, I believe.
Oh yeah, that figures.
We didn't just date every bird. We got every ending. We even got the bad endings, the normal endings.
We did not not do every one of them on the stream.
No.
Because we had sort of done it for fun just together. But here's the link to our archive channel if you ever want to check out those older ones. If you have time in between all of the cool advocacy things you're doing.
And some of them, some of the differences between the routes are like, is a scene there or not? Like, it's very, some of them are very minor.
That's how we play Sims 2. Gotta get every ending. Yes, exactly. How else will you get all of the achievements?
And that's one reason some of the games take a while.
Yes. That is precisely why we take actually forever on many of our games.
Because we plan, okay, we're doing this route. It has this many endings.
I keep my spreadsheet of like what routes we've done for the stream. That's a spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet, and it actually
takes
shows
up so much room.
It does. We still have to go back to that someday.
We still have to go back to that someday.
We fully finished Dream Daddy, Amnesia, Hustle Cat, Arcade Spirits after a year.
I mean, yeah.
I think and we got the different variations for Cinders, but not every single ending.
We didn't get it, and that's because it's like
they piece together.
It's very like getting every ending's very minute because it's like
well, for Cinders, it's basically that once you've unlocked some variation of an ending, because there's like different factors of each ending. There's like who you're with, and then like what path of ending you get. Like, so for those different things, actually, once you've unlocked them all, you can go back into, like, see the endings you've gotten and actually combine them. And
Arcade Spirits is on our marketplace. We've been meaning to play, but haven't had the chance yet.
Arcade Spirits is great, and they just came out with their sequel, and we haven't touched that yet, but we definitely will be, and I hope Lara comes back in here when we do.
Oh, I assume just to...
I assume that by the time we get to it, he will be less burned out on release craziness.
Well, it's because, one, we have to finish this route and Satan route, and then whatever other games we're going to play in between. Probably, are we thinking about maybe Sucker for Love, since that should be pretty quick?
I need to double check our backlog of all the stuff we have. The one thing is, because we do every route on the stream and we tangent so much, and we read most of it, we use the skip buttons when we've seen stuff for the first time, but like
or when I'm specifically like, please just hit that skip button.
Yes,
because there are times where you're like, no, continue reading. I'm like, no, just hit the skip button.
Yes, well, sometimes because like, say for Arcade Spirits, right? We went through some of the scenes, but in order to be like cohesively, okay, we're now doing the Queen Bee route or something.
Yeah.
Then we play through the Queen Bee scenes, even though we've been through them before, because that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just speeding through the whole game. So, there's that. All things considered, it's probably a miracle that we have gotten through like 4 whole games. 4 or 5 whole games in the like slightly over 3 years that we've been streaming.
Has it only been 5 games?
Yes.
Oh, that hurts my soul. I mean, it makes sense, but that hurts my soul.
Yes.
So we're doing Sucker for Love since that's quick.
You say that.
Since that's quick.
Look, for that matter, Rose of Winter was quick, but that doesn't mean we enjoyed it. And then we kind of just dropped it after 2 rounds. 2 of the 4 rounds.
And I don't want to go back to it.
That's fine. We won't. I mean, there are some games that we did like 1 route, and I don't think we're going back.
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't know for the other routes, but certainly a Little Lily Princess was not dating in the end.
No.
Part of that was the age difference.
Well, and but you're also children?
Look, like, not every single depiction of a child is infuriating to me. She's a particular kind of child that I'm just like, I hate this so much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But, and I mean, there's at least one game where we did one stream and I'm like, can we please just not?
Yeah, there's some games we've tried on here that we're not doing. It does help, I feel like, because we play the Western-made ones on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The Japanese or, like, Asian-made ones on Sundays.
Yes.
And because my personal preference is those Japanese ones, I'm more familiar with a lot of them, so I feel like some of those, because I've played them before, I've already basically vetted them.
Yeah.
And so even if they get, like, a little weird sometimes, I just say a quick disclaimer, like, don't, that's gonna be coming up for the next Code Realizer out, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
But, like, we can just say the quick disclaimer and move on.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's not so bad. But then for games where neither of us have played before, that is the risk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She waves goodbye daintily as she walks away. You wonder what she could be up to.
Look, we're talking things.
We're talking what things?
We're talking things.
We are things that talk? Correct.
I don't know if I talk or not.
You do talk. Mm-hmm. Whether we stumble over our words or not is a different question, but we do talk. Sharky's just like, I am tired of us.
I mean, no, I'm just tired.
Hello.
I'm just a bundle of tired. Or tires.
A bundle of tires?
Or,
are
well,
you the Michelin Man?
According to the captioner, I'm a bundle of tigers.
One of these is much more dangerous than the others, I feel like. Oh, we have a text. VCon official. Tip number 5. VCon is now halfway through. Now is a good time to start creating deeper connections if you haven't already. It's a great idea to talk to many people, but you only have 2 days left, so make sure you're putting effort into the relationships that matter to you most.
See, my brain was just like, yes, Sharky, the shark, who's actually a bundle of tigers.
I will edit your icon to be tiger striped. I say that, but I don't know with what time, but like...
Yeah, exactly. With what time? You'd probably have
this
to
is
ask
my thread.
the art friend.
No, I can do it. It's super easy. I just have to find time to do it amongst all of the other things I need to do.
That's why I'm saying that you'd probably have to end up doing that because you don't have time.
Okay, but if I ask your art friend to do it, then I'm gonna pay her. And I don't want to pay for a 5-minute thing.
You're gonna have to pay her and then she's gonna be like...
She's not gonna necessarily be like, you have to pay me for this, but I'm gonna be like, I have to pay you for this.
No, she's specifically been like, no, it takes 5 seconds. I'm not, don't.
Correct. And I'm gonna be like, well, no, if you're doing it, then I have to pay you for your 5 minutes. That's how commissions should work.
That is how commissions should work.
So, in order to save myself the money that I myself hold myself to paying, I can just do it myself. It just requires my time.
You have no time.
That's the problem.
Man, my brain is going to a reference that nobody would get but me. And
Yes,
I'm like,
and?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to be weird.
I have said plenty of times that I have a reference that no one else will get, and then sometimes I say them anyway. You should just say it anyway.
No.
Why not?
Because no.
Why not?
Because I said so.
Why?
$25. Good morning, Lady Maissard.
Good morning. You waste no time coming to waste my time every day. Oh well.
That's the third. Oh well. Okay. Did you eat breakfast at the buffet?
Buffet. Surely you're joking.
I don't know what a joke is. No, it's been great. I especially like the Murderer's vegan meat pie. Okay. Oathbreaker's oatmeal. Sinister salad. Or the muffins of malice.
I don't know. What do we want to eat? What do we like to eat? I don't know. I'm like, okay, chat. Someone else decide. Well,
What were you gonna say?
say yours first.
No, you started first.
Well, I was gonna say, I think Ace Couples mentioned being vegan before. Should we pick the vegan meat pie?
That's up to you. Do you want to go
What were
for
you
it?
gonna say?
Oh, it's not important.
What were you gonna say?
It's not important.
What were you going to say?
I plead the 52nd.
I don't think we have 50 seconds.
We don't.
Maybe that's when we'll finally fix the Second Amendment shit.
No.
I know, but I can dream.
You can very much dream, but I don't think that's ever gonna get fixed at this rate.
Well, when the deaths of children have not changed shit.
The deaths of children haven't changed anything for how many years was Columbine ago?
Did you have lockdown drills as a kid?
Actually, no, I did not.
I
because
did.
Private school, then they didn't
Yeah.
do any of that stuff.
That's what I figured, which is why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Because public school.
Yeah, for public school. The only thing I had as a kid is the fire department would come in and chop down our door because it wouldn't open.
Yeah, I remember, and I don't remember everything about lockdown drills, and I think they've gotten much more intense since
That
then,
doesn't surprise me.
for
'cause
obvious reasons.
It's happening way more often.
For obvious reasons.
Also, more obvious, we talk about politics, so if you...
Oh, yes, this is not the
Don't
no
walk
politics
away.
space.
Yes.
Well, in the sense that very frequently, if people want to have an honest, good faith, like, discussion or debate with me, being in the stream chat's probably not the way to do it. But
No,
I'm open to that. But, like, generally speaking, the things that we're saying on the stream are kind of like, well, if you disagree with basic human rights for minorities, or if you think that guns are more important than lives, then leave.
Or what I was more leaning towards, hey, if it's still affecting you and you need to walk away.
Oh, yes, also that.
Like,
I mean,
feel
yes.
free to do not feel bad to walk away.
Well, because it's also a whole discourse topic on, like, this is a comfy space. No politics, please, blah, blah, blah. This is why we have to do activism, because otherwise we'll just shake and cry and yell about the state of things. Yeah. In 2020, we canceled the stream for a few times, and then I went to go march in stuff. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a...
But yes, of course, if anyone's, like, not mentally in a place for it, you know, you don't have to feel like you have to stick around. You're welcome to mute us and come back, or not come back or anything. You know, take care of yourself first and foremost. Because
we've had a lot of shootings lately, and it's affected people a lot.
Yeah, and it is very unfortunate that the Buffalo one almost immediately fell out of the conversation because of the Uvalde one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And in, like, a lot of the conversation...
Especially because the Buffalo one was an absolute hate crime. And we couldn't even focus on that because then children died.
Because then children died, and now it's like, protect the children. Which, obviously, children should never be in that situation.
And there were also the other shootings of, like...
3 simultaneous shootings today.
Yeah. I mean, also the weekend of the Buffalo shooting, there was also some guy shooting up Korean places. And there was a guy who shot up, like, a Taiwanese church. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was all that same weekend. We couldn't even get to the anti-Asian shit because the Buffalo one is obviously, you know, much bigger in a way. But then we couldn't even focus on that because Texas happened. So, like,
after that, like, I just
we can't even get to any kind of discussion.
Nope.
Our country is just a permanent state of grieving.
Well, it also doesn't help that every time you try to bring up a discussion, it's, we'll stop politicizing it, people are grieving.
We've been in a permanent state of grieving for decades, and especially in the last 2.5 years.
Yep.
And that's the thing, right? Is that, like, yes, people are grieving. That's why we have to talk about it now before people forget about it, so that we can prevent other people grieving in the future.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's one of those bad faith argument things.
Yes, it is.
It is not that they actually care about the victims and want to respect.
Care about getting their money from the NRA.
Yeah, it's not that they want to respect the victims by not talking about it. It's that they actively want to shut down the conversation.
Yeah, because if they have that conversation...
Couldn't believe it took them a month to catch the guy who shot up 3 different Asian-owned businesses when he drove the same damn van. And it took them an astonishing amount of time to consider that it might be a hate crime. Well, you know, in that way that... And I say this as an Asian person. All the hate crimes against Asians, it's like, well, but is it as bad? Blah, blah, blah.
But, you know, the policemen really, like, in the Texas shooting, they just had to get their children.
They had to get their own children.
They had to get their own children
before abandoning the rest. They don't care about the rest.
Of course, because they couldn't help anybody else because they had to wait for the keys. They couldn't do anything until they got the keys.
Oh no, they could do some things. They could handcuff other parents.
Oh, and mace them? Well, I loved...
Makes us absolutely sick. Yeah.
In heavy quotes where I think it was like the chief or something like that was saying how they, like, they from outside they had cornered the shooter in a specific classroom, but didn't want to send people in because they didn't know where the shooter was. And people are like, but you said you knew he was in that classroom, but you don't know where he is?
Anyway, so just as a PSA, Twitch doesn't like when we put ACAB in our stream titles, but I can say it on stream and I can put 1312.
Yeah, they specifically were like, you're not allowed to put that.
Yeah. We do shake and cry and yell just on stream.
I feel bad for laughing.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, what was the other... I'm trying to remember which other incident, because there have been so many deaths in the past few years that there was the one that I was just feeling so sick, and it happened, or I think I just was like, we're not doing a normal stream today. We went and played this other game called like Kind Words, which is just about anonymously sending people like advice for their troubles and letting people vent anonymously and like sending out just positivity and nice messages to random people.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I think this is what is needed today.
Yes.
And I was not in a place to talk about it that day, but I was like, we are acknowledging that shit was happening. Yeah, it's great. And I think actually one of the people involved in it was involved in like the game dev conference thing that I volunteer in.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think it's one of the volunteers that was also involved in it. I don't remember that for sure, but I remember seeing it posted in there at least.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many shootings, it's kind of impossible to remember them all, because it's...
And now
like,
it's blurring, because there's the
exactly.
shootings of like... There's general gun violence, of course, right?
There's the general gun violence.
And it's always like, well, these things... The gun control won't stop the violence in Chicago. And it's just like, first of all, Chicago would like you to kindly shut the fuck up. Chicago would like you to kindly shut your whole fucking mouth. And like, secondly, those are separate problems in that way of like, yes, ideally we also end that gun violence, but like the ones used in mass shootings and stuff, we can at least do something about, but instead of hiding about how, well, criminals will get them anyway. And it's like, that's not the people doing these shootings are not the people that you are just like painting with the wide swath of criminals, which of course you know that when they say criminals, like 80% of the time they're just considering black people to be criminals. Yeah. So, you know, just like I said, we scream and shout and cry here.
But even most of the ones, it's like, no, they went through every correct channel to get their assault weapons, and then there
were no of prior whatever things.
Like, and then they immediately go and kill the people with said weapons that are made to kill people.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the people doing those mass shootings are not usually the people like connected to the deep underground black market for guns. Like, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
Those are different problems. Yes, and like, yes, it may or may not reduce the violence on the general gun violence front. I think it still would. It would still to some extent.
Yeah, the general consensus, I believe, is the less guns in the system, overall, the less gun violence that's going to happen. Yeah, there's going to still be...
Well, not only that, but like, they always talk about like, oh, the criminals. How much of the gun violence just comes from like judges that are bad, that allow, or like, I remember seeing a thing about how like someone was guilty of, like found in court guilty of domestic violence before, and then still managed to legally get their hands on a gun and killed their wife.
Oh yeah.
It's that kind of thing where it's like, no, this kind of violence is also perpetrated by people who are not what you're labeling as criminals.
Also, just throwing in there, you mean police officers?
A cab.
Because aren't, like, police officers also, like...
Yeah, well, they will...
abusers?
Yes, they have a much higher rate of, like, domestic abuse as well. But unfortunately, they will have their guns.
Yes.
Gun control will not, unfortunately, take guns away from police. That would have to come from, at best, police reform. But, you know, police reform as a whole concept has not worked up till now.
We defunded the police, and this is why there's...
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no, Nightbot bad!
Oh, because
a link.
they posted a link, yeah.
Yes, I'm so sorry about that. Give me 1 sec. Let me add you to our regulars.
Yeah.
This is the problem, is because we started blocking links for spam.
Yes, for this. Yeah.
But unfortunately, it hits legit people sometimes that have been around that we just forgot to add to the regulars list.
And it happens so infrequently that it.
Mm-hmm.
You forget.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Let me find. Can I save that message? Can I bring it back? Logs. Oh. Oh,
No,
I
you're good.
can.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can restore the messages that got removed.
No, you cannot.
You can now. I just added you to regulars. But I will also repost that message in general so that other people can also see it if they other people in chat can also see it if they're lurking or anything.
We to stop spam bots and a bunch of stuff, we protecting ourselves.
Yeah, no, it's not at all your fault. I'm really sorry about that. But yay, lunch! That's so exciting! I see Arcade Spirits at the very, very top too, which is
very top.
Woohoo! Ooh, I'm gonna have to go through this later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's a little queer planet thing! Aces in space! Space aces!
There's so much.
Ooh. And the filters. There's the BIPOC filter. And disabled and neurodivergent and non-binary and transgender. Ooh, that's so exciting! Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through this in much more detail. You can stop apologizing. It's not your fault. It's our fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is not your fault at all. Like...
I'm actually mostly sorry that your messages, like, disappeared and got cleared out.
Yeah, because that's just how Twitch timeout works.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish we could... I don't...
Yeah, there's nothing to do to fix that, because that's just how timeout works.
Yeah.
Timeout bans and all that stuff remove every message. That's Twitch being Twitch.
Yeah. Okay, there's a Twitch user voice suggestion for undeleting and restoring chat messages. These are all just the people we recruited today, but we'll keep adding shops, so definitely share if you know of anyone who might be interested in adding their shop. That's so cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll keep an eye out for if you posted it to Twitter or anything. We'll definitely boost it. I think you probably have more reach by far than we do, but we can boost it for whoever is not overlapping and, you know, boost engagement in the accursed Twitch algorithm, or Twitter algorithm and all.
I was looking through. I'm like, oh hey. I'm like, oh yeah. One of the things. I'm like, I know that webcomic.
If we happen to have, I don't know if the people that because when we got all this branding stuff, we actually commissioned a bunch of different ace artists. And so if they happen to still have commissions open, I wonder if maybe they'd like to be added or something. Although commissions are tricky because sometimes people open and close those.
Yeah, that's pretty tricky.
But it'd be nice if it could. I don't know.
There's so many people. Oh my gosh.
And also like, how is this built? Can I help?
You have too much time.
Too much time? What?
Or you have too many things, not enough time.
Yes.
Sure,
But I want to help with things. Can you give me all of the time that you spend on napping and just like add it to my day?
Trust me, if I had the ability to do that, I would.
This is why I'm like, I can't. What if we talk about what of the deadly sins each of us are?
I am
Sloth is at the bottom of mine.
It was actually funny because like, I'm sloth. Like I am a lazy person. I'm a sleepy person. That's just who I am.
But it's interesting because like sloth originally comes more from like bystander effect and apathy rather than laziness.
Yeah, yes it does.
So those are different things.
Yep.
You might be like tired and sleepy all the time, but sleepiness is not a sin, I hope.
Tell that to Christians.
I will.
But I was like to my therapist was like, do you actually believe you're lazy? And I'm like, yes. Yes.
I don't think you're that lazy. Like, I don't think you're as lazy as you consider yourself to be. You talk about how you're lazy, but like you work hard at your job, even though it's a shit job. You like do stuff for the stream. You say like, oh, basically all I do is show up now, but like you basically run the whole archive channel. Sleepiness is a sin. Sounds an awful lot like ableism. Well, Christianity is also ableist.
Christianity is also ableist. Oh, right.
No captioner. Christianity is not a blast.
I need to upload to the archive channel.
Yes. But you do that. And like
Because
you...
I haven't.
Yeah, but like you run that and you sometimes stream for your solo things and sometimes you like... We're putting up videos to your Professor Sharky YouTube and stuff. Like, you do things. It's not just, like, oh, you're lazy. It's just, you know.
What do we have up? Oh my gosh.
You just consider yourself to be lazy, but there's very few actual examples of laziness.
We have a lot of videos up on the archive channel.
We've been streaming for over 3 years now.
Well, between our first stream and September 30th, 2020, it's 160 videos.
Yes. We stream multiple times a week. We always have. We added an extra day once the pandemic started, so even more so.
Yeah. We have a lot of content.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my gosh. Just that fact is terrifying.
Yes. It's just hours upon hours upon hours of us being incredibly dumb.
Yeah.
Or ranting about things. Like today.
So much archive to catch up on.
To be fair, Melik, you've been there for a good portion of it. Also, hi, Melik.
Yeah, Melik has...
Melik's been there since, like, the beginning, but unfortunately time zones.
Has been there has technically been showing up off and on since the first video on that archive channel. Like, when that first video was like an actual, like, us streaming.
Yep.
Which is terrifying.
Well, was it the first archived video, or was it the starting from the Valentine's Day a couple weeks later when I actually, like, submitted the advertising it to the Fuck Yeah Asexual?
I believe that is the first video.
Really? Wait, did we not keep the archive ones from before that?
We only streamed once before that.
From the 21st of January or 22nd or whatever until February 14th? No, we did others.
Our first one is no, it wasn't Valentine's. Oh, because Valentine's was when I first advertised it to the Fuck Yeah Sexual Tumblr blog. You're right, because Valentine's was the first day of Craig's route. We do have 3 ones before that. You're right.
Yeah, I know what I did. There were like 3 weeks in between. I'm like, there's no way we started the stream, did one, and then didn't do another for 3 weeks.
Also, but that does sound like us.
No, because at that point, if we had only done one and then didn't do another for 3 weeks, we probably just wouldn't do the stream anymore. Like, 3 weeks of not doing it, if we'd only done one up to that point, I feel like the motivation would just fall apart. I feel like that's frequently what happens, right?
You mean me uploading to YouTube?
You could go back to that, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to.
You went more than one video.
I mean, yes, but it's been a while, and I'm kind of just like, I need motivation to do things. How does one get motivation?
By wanting to scream and yell and shake and cry.
That doesn't give me motivation. That makes me want to curl up in a ball and cry.
See, you do both. Because you can curl in a ball and cry. And it's okay for people who, like, aren't up to doing more. But, you know, it's a sort of the, like, well, I can cry, and I probably will be upset over things. But if I don't do anything, then I can't rely on other people necessarily. Or I can't just assume other people will fix it. So I should also take action to try to improve things. This is why I end up doing too many things.
Yeah. And this is why I sleep so often.
It's okay. Depression's real.
I wouldn't say I'm depressed right now.
You say that, but you also used to say it's like mildly depressed. And it's like, you have said some very alarming and deeply depressed sounding things, just very neutrally and casually. So I feel like that's less that you feel depressed and more that you just are depressed. You have depression in the way that chronic depression isn't exactly constant sadness. It goes beyond that.
Lots of things and also lots of sleep. I got done work and I'm basically like, I want to just lay down and just go to sleep. And then I'm like, but I can't sleep.
Alright, so we'll choose the vegan one because Ace Couple's here.
We've been on this for so long.
We have.
Is it vegan meat pie or vegan meat pie?
What? What? It's for vegans. You have to be a special kind of monster to trick a vegan into eating meat. Not even the villain conference would do that.
I've got to say, the naming conventions could use some subtlety.
Why is it in quotes?
I see. I feel like. Well, they just said it's not that it's not that it's tricking vegans into eating meat. I'm like, I guess if it's
well, that's the thing. Is it a vegan meat pie or is it a vegan meat pie?
yes. Well,
Which would be two different things.
They would be two different things. But, like, I guess, like, you can put meat pie in quotes. Like, well, it's not really a meat pie. Or you can put vegan meat pie, but then, like, depending on what kind of pie crust, like, pie is also not necessarily vegan most of the time, since a lot of those pie crusts depend on butter. Or, like, yeah.
Anybody gets into semantics at that level seems pretty questionable.
They're villains, okay?
Yeah, we are at a villain conference.
The villainy was in the confusion, actually. It was just in the causing of chaos.
We are at a villain conference after all.
I love characters that are absolutely, like, not up to anything in particular, but just act shady as shit. It's like,
Ooh.
What are you doing there? I'm getting tea. I'm just doing
Name
some
the
grocery
character.
shopping. Well, there's a couple of them in Obey Me.
And not in Obey Me.
Not in Obey Me.
Yes.
I'm like, what have we played on here?
We played...
That qualifies. Or,
yeah,
like,
I
what
was
would
about-
you know that qualifies?
I don't know.
You know what? Probably something like, Saint Germain and most of the other routes. Where he would just...
That's how I beat Fade and Tour de Dorset.
What are you doing with that tea there? Oh, I'm just brewing a pot of tea. And then it's like, no, but he's literally just sitting down for tea time. I'm just having some tea. Is that strange? What?
It's
What?
normal to have tea.
Isn't it normal to have tea? Would you like some tea? And then it's like, no, but it's actually just normal tea.
How fast I can scare them out of the house.
Really good at that game.
Oh,
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah, just like that kind of character. Those are great. It's like they're not up to anything actually. They just act like they are because they think it's funny to alarm you.
And then there's me who like put on Twitter one time, I want to play a character who everybody's like, no, he's a perfectly good character. Blah, blah, blah. No, villain.
Villain
Secretly the
Sharky.
villain the entire time, and you're like, beginning of villain Sharky, and I'm like,
No, not Caption or why?
Vanilla Sharky.
Caption or why? Did you just say Vanilla Sharky?
Yes, Vanilla Sharky.
I like to answer the door with a really disabled half-bald mannequin head to set the mood. Great.
Perfect. Look, ever since I was young, I really wanted to play a villain, but everybody was like, no, you play other characters, you're not playing the villain. And I'm like, but I want to play the villain! And now on this stream, you're like, play the villain, and I'm like, why do I always play the villain?
You don't always play the villain.
No, I don't always play the villain.
in the first Code Realize route, I was playing the villain. I utterly destroyed my throat. Like every stream.
Yes, please don't destroy your throat anymore.
It's just Nemo.
Please don't. We haven't seen Nemo again yet.
I don't think he comes back until the Lupin one.
Yeah, I would assume in the Lupin one.
Because the Lupin is the one that combines all the route things together.
Yeah.
I don't think Nemo actually comes back until Lupin.
I would hope is not a super present character.
Not nearly as present.
Like, not nearly as present as the main villain.
No. Yeah, now that I've realized how quickly I can just speed through if I don't do any of the voice line things.
You're gonna play the other route so you remember what happens?
I might skim through. I don't know. I mostly just wanted to remember what the fuck happens in Victor's, since he's my favorite. And then I went, oh, there's some odd things here.
There's some odd things here, yeah.
But I like Victor's a lot, and I think after going through it, I'm like, yeah, no, I think his is my favorite because it's very, like, where they are on the same page, in a way. Like, those two characters are very much sort of on the same page and, like, working towards basically the exact same things. Versus, like, constantly chasing down Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing. Van Helsing! Huh? What? Van Helsing! Also known as 80% of my lines.
So many of your lines were just Van Helsing.
It was just a joke at that point. Also, I went through the epilogue thing in the sequel game. And... yeah. That one is just... yeah, that was near the beginning of it. I finished it because each epilogue thing is only about 2 or 3 hours, I think. I will say that because they have like a Herlock route and they have a Finnis non-romantic route.
Yeah.
Very importantly, non-romantic of her brother.
Yeah, not dating her brother.
Not dating her brother, just from his perspective and, like, getting a lot more of that backstory stuff.
Villain, or a villain.
Yes. But, yeah, so that gives a lot of information. And the Herlock and the Finnis ones, you have actual choices, but these epilogue ones to the main game actually have no options. And they're... Well, first of all, they're more aloe.
Oh?
It's just a lot more about, like, oh, they have physical touch and stuff. Like, the very first thing in Van Helsing's is that you saw because his problems, his goals and stuff are completely apart from AC's story, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he wants to solve his angst.
Yeah. So, like, she's just chasing after him the whole time. But we didn't resolve anything about her dad, her poison, any of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the very first thing in his epilogue is literally just, hey, anyway, so Victor made a solution thing, and now her poison's cured. The end. Woo. And it's very like, oh, and it's just like, oh, we can finally touch and kiss and stuff. And it's like, okay. I mean, their relationship was totally valid before they could do all the kissing stuff. But I guess they just really need to kiss.
You don't have to touch and kiss and all that stuff to be in a relationship.
Yeah. Like, it's fine, right? It's for people and, you know. obviously nothing against that.
Yeah, there's
but
nothing
I
against
just
it, but, like,
the
you don't
depiction of
necessarily
it as like an absolute necessity
Yes.
because their relationship isn't good enough until they can touch and kiss and all of those things. It's just like, okay, but
I mean, like, the whole she could kill him
yes.
with her poison. That's an issue. Yeah, like, okay, fair.
Yes.
But, like...
Yes, but it's framed in this like, oh my god, I can finally touch you and like hold you and kiss you,
Yeah,
and
that's the
they
problem.
immediately start making out.
That's the problem there.
Yeah. Like, yes, ideally we don't want him to die because they actually accidentally touched hands.
Yeah, like, the accidentally, like, yeah, she could kill him by not leaving the house enough. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
well,
yeah,
they
that-
kind of dropped some of that too. They just kind of neglect it.
Okay.
But it's very. I think it's that in the base game, because of the poison, there's a lot less of like kiss CGs and stuff, and
Yeah.
so I guess there's less kiss CGs, but then they have all of the extras, which apparently turned out to just be fan service mini scenes, and I am like, never mind, we don't need to do those on stream.
You sent me that, I'm like, eh? And then you sent me information, I'm like,
Yeah, I had entirely forgot about it, and I think I had literally only gone through them to get all the achievements, right?
It sounds about right. Only
And I
reason
mean,
to go
also
through
curious, like, what are the extra stories? But like, they're just silly little like snippets. They only take a couple minutes, and it's literally just little scenarios designed to have an excuse for a CG where they show partial skin. And then I had forgotten about it, and I don't think I realized it when I got the achievement for it. But the achievement for getting all of the CGs, you want to know what it's called? Because
Oh,
you have the Switch
please.
version. You don't have the
Yeah,
achievements,
yeah,
right?
I don't have the achievements. I would love to know what it's called.
The
'cause
achievement
I love looking at these
for
things.
get all the CGs because of these extras. The achievement is titled World of Skin. Because inherently, right? That's the very last CG to get if you did all of the others in the story. And even if you did like each extra bonus scene as you unlocked them, the very last one to get will still be Lupins of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the achievement is titled World of Skin, and I'm just like,
mean-
but why?
Well, I mean, so I've seen that's not the first time I've seen something like that in
Though I think
Yaku-
the Saint Germain one barely reveals anything, and I think that's funny.
I think it's in Yakuza 0. Like there's this. I don't know why it's there, but it's there where you can like go in and view tapes of girls doing things, safe for work, but like creepy a little bit. And literally the achievement tied to that is called "I did it for the achievement." And I'm just like, they know what they did. Okay.
They know what they did.
They know what they did. You're right, but the food does taste great.
As for my breakfast, I ate it in my room. I would never wake up at 7:30 just to weave through the crowds and stand in the soup line like a beggar.
Who? Do people get soup at 7:30?
I mean, if it's a buffet thing, I don't see why not, I guess.
Do buffets offer soup at 7:30?
Maybe.
Huh. Huh. What do you eat for breakfast then? I bet the room service menu is fancy.
Well, what do you think my fancy breakfast would be?
Going from all those different topics back to, so what do you eat for breakfast?
Small talk. Might depend if you consider cereal a soup. That's a horrifyingly good point. That is a horrifyingly good point, and I am kind of upset about it.
This gets back to the, is a hot dog a sandwich or not conversation.
No, I feel like cereal is pretty straightforwardly, like, basically a soup.
It is basically a soup, yeah.
It's just kind of horrifying.
Like, that's not a wrong statement. Well, what is it? There's one person I sometimes watch who has a reoccurring joke of, oh man, I'm gonna go eat some pizza, my grilled cheese and tomato soup.
We've covered a lot of topics today.
We've gone through so many topics today.
Cereal is a soup, but it is also a salad.
What? Wait, hold on. How is it a salad? Please explain.
What about the times when I just eat cereal without milk as a snack?
Well, then it's just candy.
For the amount of sugar in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just candy. Well, that was the whole thing about, like, what was it, in, like, Ireland or something like that? Subway's bread is
Not legally
cake.
bred. Yeah.
It's considered cake.
And bees are a fish.
Wait, hold on, what?
I don't know, but I see the message.
Yeah, I mean, I also see the message, but I'm like, wait, hold on, please explain.
Google.
Okay, wait, hold on. These are... Why? Okay, Google? I hate you, Google. I type in bees, the first thing I see are bees or fish. Oh! Hold on a second, wait, what? Judge rules that bees legally can be a fish. The decision allows the state of California to apply protection to endangered bees under the Endangered Species Act.
So are they only a fish in California?
Oh, so it's so that they can be managed by the Fish and Game Commission.
Okay, but are they only a fish in California then? Like, what is the scope of this?
I don't. I assume, obviously, at this point, it would only apply to California law because they're specifically talking about California law.
That's why I'm asking, right?
Yeah. Like, it wouldn't affect, like...
Wow, we've made so little progress today.
Legally speaking... Oh, yeah, we literally haven't gone through any time.
They are only legally fish in California. Nobody has asked the bees how they would like to self-identify. That's a fair point.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. While fish is commonly understood to refer to aquatic species, the term of art employed by the legislature is not so limited. The law itself does not define fish, but the law is part of the California Fish and Game Code. The code's definition includes any mollusk, crustacean, invertebrate, or amphibian. All these categories encompass terrestrial and aquatic species. And the state legislature has already approved the listing of at least one land-based mollusk.
Okay.
So, the judge said that the bees are fish.
I think this also means that they can be considered fur-bearing trouts, which means that my favorite cryptid has come to fruition via a legal loophole. At long last! That's great.
Oh my gosh.
That's excellent.
But hold on.
I approve.
You haven't explained why
You don't need my
cereal
approval,
is
but
a
I approve.
salad. How is cereal a salad?
I'm so sorry about the captioner. Always. To anyone who is actually relying on it whatsoever.
Wait, hold on. Is this an actual joke?
You gonna read your line at some point?
I don't know. Champagne with caviar in it? I don't know. What do it legals eat? Or royals eat? Legals, whatever.
She chuckles.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Wait, is it actually caviar champagne?
Or is it fur-bearing trouts? ...
Oh,
I do hope you're not being serious right now.
oh my gosh. I'm looking at this Reddit post and they're like, the definition of soup is a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables, etc. in stock or water. Definition of a salad. A cold dish of various mixtures of raw or cooked vegetables, usually seasoned with oil, vinegar, or other dressing, and sometimes accompanied by meat, fish, or other ingredients.
See, the tricky thing comes in where we push the definitions of soup and salad. Like, because there's such thing as, like, chilled fruit soup, which is actually very similar to just a smoothie, but not quite a smoothie.
Oh?
Yeah. It's just, you drink it as a soup, and it's made from fruit, and it's yummy. It tastes good, I don't know. And then, like, but, like, that's not at all the same as, like, what you were reading as the definition of what is typically referred to as soup, but it is also definitely a soup.
I see somebody jokingly saying that popcorn is also a salad with butter as the dressing.
Well, if you add enough dressing to a salad, does it become a soup?
Oh my gosh.
Dry cereal is a cold meal comprised of a variety of grains, parentheses, plants. The milk can be considered dressing.
Yeah,
I think that depends how much milk you put in.
Or if you don't have milk.
Or if you don't have milk.
Because you don't necessarily have to have dressing.
You don't.
You're eating salad by hand. Oh my gosh.
Do we try to get through another of these before we end for today?
No, because we're just going to be talking about is food or food.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save.
What did we decide? That a hot dog is a taco?
Yeah.
Not a sandwich? It's a taco because of how many, like, covered sides.
It's the cube theory thing.
Yes.
Where, like, I think it was like a burrito is a pie because it's closed on all sides.
Yes. Yes. A hot dog was a taco.
Let me find that, actually. I'll just find the cube theory thing.
This is the lovely things that y'all show up
The
for.
cube rule of food. As seen in a bunch of various things. First, we asked, are hot dog sandwiches a classic sandwich? Example, grilled cheese, Reuben, PB&J. And here's a hot dog on its knees. Am I a sandwich? New York said yes. I guess New York explicitly lists hot dogs and sausages on buns, rolls, etc. as
The
sandwiches.
chaotic energy you were talking about? Have we done our job right?
That's, yeah. Yes.
Wait,
yes.
does that mean that hoagies are tacos?
Also, yes.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
okay. I need to scroll past all of the various thingies. Okay. So. Step 1. Identify any food purely by the location of structural starch. 1. Toast. The toast is at the bottom. Therefore, pizza is toast. Nigiri sushi is toast. A slice of pumpkin pie is toast. It's bent toast, because I guess it starts coming up the side, but...
Which one is that? Last one?
Pumpkin pie slice
Well,
is a toast. 2. Sandwich. You have starch on the top and bottom.
anyone
For
who says
example.
language is simple is wrong.
Absolutely. I who says that language is simple, though? Especially when we're English speakers.
Especially when we're English speakers.
Yeah, so a quesadilla is a sandwich. A pile of toast is a sandwich because there's the bread on top and bottom. A Victoria sponge cake is a sandwich because there's like cream and jelly in the middle. Number 3, a taco has the starch on the bottom and the sides.
Yep.
For example, hot dog, sub sandwich, a slice of pie that has like an upper crust. It's a taco on its side.
I mean, yeah, it would be a taco on its side. That is, yeah.
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 Number 4, sushi. When it is surrounded on all sides but open on the ends. For example, a falafel wrap, pigs in a blanket, enchilada. 5, a quiche.
That one was just a lot all at once.
5, a quiche has it on all sides and the bottom. For example,
Yell at us lately for not using their preferred words. People like that always try to claim that language is simple, and they are right. Very redundant.
oh, I'm sorry for people giving you a hard time. Language is absolutely not simple. English is a bastard language, and even when it's not a bastard language, like there are things that we instinctively know, and language is just us attempting to describe reality or non-reality.
And there's definitely different areas called
Yes.
like use different words.
I also think it's very interesting that for like different I don't know if you've heard of this before. I think I might have mentioned it before. That different cultures that speak different languages actually see different spectrums of color in that sort of way. Where like there are languages that don't have words for green, I think. Or no, was it green? No. Was it blue? Or like, yeah. So basically, if they don't have a word for that color, it just in their sort of mental model gets lumped in with some other color. So like, where say that they don't have the word for blue, they just use green. Then if you show them blue, they say, yeah, that's green.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just sort of like, oh, it's a type of green. Language, literally shape the way you think. Yes.
Yeah.
Language is fascinating. Wait, I didn't finish reading quiche.
Yeah, sorry.
Quiche is cheesecake like a whole cheesecake, where the top is exposed, but everything else is covered by the crust. Soup in a bread bowl is a quiche. A falafel pita is a quiche on its side. Bonus quiche, key lime pie, salad in a bread bowl, deep dish pizza.
I still need to have deep dish pizza.
You do. 6, a calzone, covered on all sides. For popular examples, pie, a whole one that has a crust on top. Corn dog, burrito. Also, Uncrustables, unbitten, Pop-Tarts, and dumplings, all calzones. Additional cube rulings. If there is no starch, it is a salad. For example, a steak, mashed potatoes, flan. Chocolate, soup, all salads. Soup is called a wet salad.
I love how it's like a salad.
There just is no there is no starch.
No, but like steak and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Yep. If you eat steak and potatoes, that's actually just a salad next to another salad.
How many people I could confuse at work if I told them our combo loaf is a quiche?
Yeah. Wait. Okay. 7. Cake. The most important for the ACES stream.
Yeah.
Cake is where you have it in the starch on the top, the bottom, and a layer in the middle. For example, lasagna, flapjacks, a Big Mac.
Yeah.
8. Nachos, a cube within the cube. For example, poutine, Lucky Charms, salad with croutons.
Lucky Charms. Wait.
Yeah, because it's mixed in with the marshmallows. So because the marshmallows are mixed in there, Lucky Charms are an example of nachos.
Amazing.
The croutons in the salad mean that the salad is not a salad, it's nachos.
I'm having some nachos.
Fried noodles,
Okay, so I
couscous,
can have
ramen.
cake?
Ramen is wet nachos.
Oh my gosh, ramen is wet nachos.
Muffins or other blocks of starch are type 1 toast in raw unsliced form. Rice. You are free to interpret the nature of rice however you wish. Vanilla soy latte is a 3-bean wet salad. Thank you. The end.
So everyone's just gonna wake up tomorrow and just be like, I'm gonna have a bowl of salad this morning and grab
So
some
I can
cereal.
also say our nachos are cake? Yes, Melik. Yes, you can.
I'm gonna grab some cake. Grabs nachos.
Rice refuses your labels.
Rice does refuse your labels.
I guess if it, by their descriptions, where, couscous and fried noodles that have stuff, mixed in count as nachos, then, fried rice would be nachos.
Yeah, fried rice would be a
But
nacho.
just a bowl of rice on its own.
Would not be a nacho.
But it may
It'd
be
be-
toast, because it's just a layer of rice. But it's in a bowl. But toast would probably be the closest. I don't know.
Rice
Actually, it's
refuses
just an
your
entire loaf of bread. If there's nothing in it, it's just an entire loaf of bread. It is starch on all sides and also in the middle at that point. So it's
Oh no. Yeah, it's literally a loaf of bread.
or rather, I'm going to take rice as the label then and say that if the whole body is starch, then it's rice, in which case bread is rice.
Oh no. Oh no.
To which I will further expand that bread can also just be broken down into breadcrumbs. So then it's really rice.
Oh no. Sounds like you're cursing us at this point. cursing us with knowledge?
Yes.
Why are you cursing us with this knowledge?
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Your nachos are cakes and your pies are...
And if rice can be anything.
And your pies are tacos.
Oh no. Is our pie a taco? When she next comes in, do we have to say hello, taco?
Insidious taco.
Insidious sideways taco?
And the forbidden starch knowledge.
Oh, maybe I should share that in the Discord. Or, well, do I put it in the Discord or the Twitch chat?
Oh, both. Please share this forbidden knowledge. Curse the others.
Alright, I will put it in both. Here is it in general, and here it is in the Twitch chat.
Because it also allows people to curse other people with knowledge. Oh, what is it? I clicked it and then I saw, oh my gosh, somebody was like, parts of a ravioli?
Yes.
Oh no.
You know, I feel like that one I actually prefer to call it dumpling. That category, I prefer to call that the dumpling category.
Oh.
This is because I'm Chinese and I just want it to be a dumpling.
I mean, that's fair. Just so much forbidden starch knowledge.
Yep. This is what happens when you eat the, what's it? The forbidden fruit of knowledge. You just gain knowledge of pie is a taco.
And soup is actually a salad? Ah.
Yep.
What will you be having for your salad this evening?
And salad with croutons is nachos.
Yes, but there's croutons is a nacho. But if it's in a bread bowl, it's a quiche.
Yes. What if it's in a bread bowl and has croutons?
Oh.
A nacho quiche?
Oh, it's nacho quiche. It's nacho stereotypical quiche.
I guess it's still a quiche because it's the shape of the overall thing at that point.
Yes. What have we...
Anyway, thanks for joining us. We're out this weekend. Or we're off this weekend because I am unavailable. But, and
Maybe
I guess...
I'll stream this weekend on my solo channel.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do a solo one for Friday as well for Community Day. We've done that plenty of times.
Yeah, we've done that plenty of times.
That's entirely up to you. What it does mean is that we are not starting the new Code Realize route until the weekend after.
Yeah, so we'll be back on the 8th.
Yes. Back to this game. If you're serious about wanting a lot of guests this month, hit us up. I will absolutely do that. I would love to have you.
Don't actually hit them.
Well, I don't want to hit them. I want to hit them up. And not in the sense of an uppercut.
That would be hitting somebody up. Yes.
I don't want to commit violence against them. I was gonna say I don't want to commit violence, and then I was like, that's not true.
Yes, you do want to commit violence.
But not against them.
We know that for a fact that you generally do want to commit violence.
You know, righteous violence sometimes.
Hey, Jesus made a whip and went back to the temple.
I'm Satan. I'm not Jesus. Anyway, I will probably send you a DM on Twitter or something. I will probably also just put a post on Twitter, seeing if anyone else is up for joining us sometime this month. Though I'm also like, wait, how many of these do I have to cancel for Pride-related things?
None of them. None of them. You're not allowed.
I just said I'm not going to be here this weekend.
Okay, but like...
Anyway, see you next time that you have the time to join us. Thanks and goodbye, good night / day.